So we're trying to look at trig equation here. This is the last thing in trigonometry as far as your syllabus is concerned. Next week I'm going to try to do some geometry that is strange to you. Some are not strange to you. Like some of angle in the triangle is what?
180.
We're not going to waste time in the class and do that. What is the angle on the straight line?
180.
What can you say about vertically opposite angle?
Equal.
They are equal. Corresponding angles. Talk to me, please.
Equal.
Alternate angles.
Equal.
So we're not going to waste time discussing corresponding vertically. Your IGCSE is not just from 3 and from 4. Your IGCSE actually begins from P6. Okay, so that is why we're not going to waste time on those things. But of course, it's in your syllabus. I can provide you some questions for you to review on your own. And also some of these ideas, you actually review them. When we did bearing last class, we used alternate angle, isn't it? But we didn't have to say alternate angles are equal. Everybody knew that. So when it's in your syllabus to do alternate angles, it doesn't mean we're going to spend the whole day trying to do alternate angles. It's a waste of time. Okay? Now, we want to look at trig equation. Two things I want us to get from today's class. One is that, okay, let's say 3. One, you need to know about the quadrants. Have you heard about the quadrants in trigonometry before? Raise your hand if you've heard about quadrants before. Okay. What does a quadrant mean? Forget about trigonometry. What does a quadrant mean? Yes, sir.
You draw a graph, the pointers are like the four areas.
Go straight to the point. What is a quadrant?
A part of the graph.
All right. Yes, sir. Any other?
The 4 sections
Of a graph?
of the
I'm just wondering why the word graph. Anyone else? What is a quadrant? Yes.
A quarter of full turn.
A quarter of what?
A full turn. 360 degrees.
A quarter of?
360 degrees.
A quarter of what again?
360 degrees.
A quarter of 360 degrees. Last time I checked, a quarter of 360 degrees is what? Are you saying another name for 90 is a quadrant? You get my point? Is another name for 90-degree quadrant? Do you understand what I'm asking you now? So when you say a quadrant is a quarter of 360 degrees, which means another name for 90 degrees is a quadrant. Last time I checked, that's not really true. Yes? Not really. Kind of close, similar, I wouldn't say close. Come on, a quadrant. It's a shape that we call a quadrant. Why is that so difficult for us? You want to try? Anyone else? A quadrant is not a quarter of 360. A quadrant is a quarter of a circle. A quadrant is a shape, it's not a number. A quarter is not a number, so you don't relate it to a number. It's 1/4 of a circle. You divide the circle into 4 equal parts. Each of them is a quadrant. That's all. Understand? A quadrant is a quarter of a circle. So now I can complete this shape. So if you have a circle and you divide it into 4 equal parts, you have 4 quadrants. Then the angle in the quadrant, angle subtended by the quadrant is what? What value is the angle subtended by the quadrant, Corinne? 90 degrees. So the quadrant is not the 90. The quadrant is a shape. In that shape, there's angle 90 at the center of the circle. Understand? So we need to get our vocabularies right. Please sit up so you don't sleep in my class. Thank you. So, unlike bearing, when we're doing bearing, we were moving in a clockwise direction. Is that not? When trying to deal with quadrants in trigonometry, we go in anti-clockwise direction. So this is the 0. Even the bearing, the 0 is here, right? Then you go like this. This is the 0. Then you go in this way. So this is your first quadrant. second quadrant, third quadrant, and the last quadrant. So this is how we go from 0 back to 360. Hello? Understand that? So I've completed this. Can you tell me Q2 is between what? I should write the word between. Between 0 degrees and 90 degrees. What about Q2?
90.
What?
90 degrees.
Thomas, you said?
Between 90 degrees and 180
Good.
degrees.
Between 90 degrees and 180 degrees. James, Q3?
Between 180 and 270.
Good. Miss Davids, Q4?
Between 270 to 360 degrees.
Good. Those are the 4 quadrants and how we label them in trigonometry. Okay? Now we're going to focus on this investigation now because I need us to get something. If you were in Form 5, this is not the way to do this investigation. But there is no point for now teaching you like an IB student this idea. Although if I had time, I wouldn't mind teaching you beyond your class. You know we always do that. Things you don't need now, we talk about it. But we don't have the time. So this is the easiest way that I think you can do it. Hands-on activity. Now, we want to see how the signs, when I say sign, what do I mean? Yes? Plus or minus. We want to see how the signs of sine, cos, and tan will change as we move through this quadrant. You might want to walk around and stand because I don't know why you are sleeping. Come on, walk around if you need to. Not a punishment if you want to. So, we want to see how the sign will change with this quadrant. Is it going to be the same? Is everything going to be the same when I move here? Let's check. So, I want someone to suggest an angle. We want to suggest different angles in this quadrant based on this. Let's start with Oscar. Give us an angle in quadrant 1. 40 degrees. Jenny, give us an angle in quadrant 2. 120. Did you say 120? 100. Okay, please speak louder, Miss Jenny. Isaac, give us an angle in quadrant 3. 190. Yes, Miss Meg, give us an angle in quadrant 4. 300. So this is what I want you to do. Everyone, don't tell me the number. I just need to know if the answer is plus or minus. Start with sine for all these values. If you don't have a calculator, you should be looking at what someone with calculator is doing. Oh wait, let's go quadrant by quadrant. So go vertically. So do sine 40, cos 40, tan 40. I just need to know if it is plus or minus. And you need to know which one is plus and which one is minus. That's all I want. Don't tell me 0 point anything. I don't care. I don't want to know. Who's ready? Lasson, the first one. Positive. So Lasson thinks it's positive. Do we all agree with that?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm going to do positive in black ink and negative in red ink so we can see how it glows. Okay? Let's call Caris, the second one, cos. Also positive. Do we all agree with her?
Yes.
Okay. For you, tan. Also positive. Oh, okay. So no red yet. Okay, so let's go to second quadrant. Everybody check the second quadrant. If you are ready, raise your hand. Okay. Miss Justin, the first one, sine 100. Positive. Do we all agree with her?
Yes.
Okay. William. This is negative. Do you all agree with him?
Yes.
Can I trust you guys?
Yeah. You're the one with the calculators after all.
Oh, you're saying my brain will not work properly. Okay, I get the gist, okay? What about you? Negative also? Two negative? Okay. If anything goes wrong, blame her, not me. Okay, let's go to the third quadrant now, everybody. James will take the first one. James said negative. Do you agree with James?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, watch out.
Also negative.
Also negative. Do you agree with him?
Yes.
Okay, Hannah. Do you agree with her?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. So, the last quadrant, everybody. Is there an error?
No, no, no.
Okay, so, last quadrant. So, Ansen will take the first one. Solange will take the second one. And Kelly will take the third one. Ansen, are you ready?
Oh yeah.
What do you have?
Negative.
Do you agree with him?
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, who is second? Yes, sir.
Positive.
Positive. Okay. Kelly.
Negative.
Negative. So this is what we have. Any observation about the first quadrant? Jovino, a simple statement. Go straight to the point.
All the trigonometric ratios all give out a positive answer.
All are, look at that. All are positive. That's what he said. All are positive. Oh no, not here. So in this region, right,
Yes, sir.
they are all positive. Okay, second quadrant, Manuela, what do you notice?
Only sine.
Speak louder.
Only sine is positive.
Did you hear what she said?
Yeah.
Can you say that loud, everybody?
Only sine is positive.
Okay? Only sine is positive. So I'm just focusing on what is positive. If I know what is positive, it's easy to know what is negative. Maybe I'm just lazy, because one of them is positive. So I'd rather just focus on one than write two things. Okay? Let's look at the third quadrant. Corinne.
Only tan is positive.
Only tan is positive. Right? Lason.
4, only cos.
Only cos is positive. Okay? This is how we learn this. We call it an acronym back in the days. So remember this using this acronym. All students take coffee. Or maybe you like Coca-Cola instead. I think the coffee sound better.
Yeah.
But the Coke sound like drug. And we are not drug addicts yet.
Yes.
Did you say yet?
Here. I never said
I
yes.
thought you said yet.
No, never. So you can remember what is positive by simply saying what? Together.
All students take coffee.
Again.
All students take coffee.
Is there anybody here who doesn't take coffee? Really? You want me to believe that?
Tea is better.
I never.
We can have
Okay.
this conversation. whenever.
All right. Okay.
Only Coke.
So, okay, some of you take the Coke instead, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, if you take Coke, not Coke, okay? As in Coca-Cola.
Wait, maybe change it to chocolate.
Good point. But who doesn't want chocolate? Who doesn't take chocolate
Wait,
here?
what if they're lactose intolerant?
No.
Who does not?
Just keep
Who does not take chocolate? Raise your hand. Nobody. So we change it. All students take chocolate. That's better. So in the first quadrant, so you can remember with it, all students take chocolate. Chocolate. So once you remember that, you will always remember, oh, in the first quadrant, all are positive, which means between 0 and 90 degrees, all the trig ratios give a positive number. In the second quadrant, only sine is positive, which means among the three trig ratios, cosine and tan will always be negative. Third quadrant, only tangent will be positive, so cos and sine will be negative. And in the last quadrant, only cosine is positive because of C, which means sine and tan are negative. This will help you to remember. All students take chocolate because you love chocolate, because you're all foodies, maybe. Okay, now, why is this important? Because I want to teach you trig equation. IGCSE requires that you solve trig equation between 0 and 360. Can I ask you a question before we begin that? If I tell you find theta, if sine theta equals to 1 over 2, or maybe I will just call it 0.5. Quickly, use your calculator. Tell me what theta is. 30 degree? We all got that right? That's correct, but that is partially the solution. That's not the complete solution. Remember, this question is saying, Tomas, are we here?
Oh, yeah.
Remember, this question is saying, what is that angle whose sine is 0.5? Can you check sine 150 for me, please?
0.5.
0.5, right?
Yeah.
So which means you have only answered part of the question. Check again. Find theta if tan theta equals to 1. Oh no, let's change that to negative 1. What do we have?
Negative 45.
Oh.
What is theta, please?
135.
Did you press a calculator? Don't confuse my class, John. What does your calculator show you?
Negative 45.
Negative 45. Okay. Even that is a disaster. Because that's not even what I was. Anybody got something that is not negative 45?
What is this?
Did you get something that is not negative 45? Like another number apart from negative 45? Okay, if not, please, no distraction. Okay. You see, even that is not within 0 and 360 degrees. It's a negative angle. Okay? But your solution is 135 and 315. Check tan 135 and tan 315.
Both minus.
Both minus 1. So which means sometimes the calculator may not give you everything you need. That's why you need this idea that we have just investigated, and the next thing that I'm about to tell you now to, we only have 1 minute. So I'm just going to draw that butterfly shape, then we'll apply it next time on Monday. All right? And with that, you'll be okay with trig ratio. So please write a few things before maybe because of the time, I think I'll just do this on Monday. Okay, because I'll probably need about 10 minutes, otherwise I'm going to have to rush the whole thing and I don't want that. Okay? Any question before we go? So let me just give you a heads up on what we're about to do. Look up, everyone. So next week, when we try to solve trig equation, I might give you something like solve the equation sine theta is equal to 0 minus 0.7. That negative tells you what your answer will likely be. Because it is negative, it means theta lies in which quadrant?
Quadrant 3.
Say that again.
Quadrant 3 and quadrant 4.
Quadrant 3 or quadrant 4? Hello? Because in quadrant 3 and quadrant 4, sine is not negative. If s is not here, it means sine is negative, right? In quadrant 3 and 4, sine is negative. So sine theta equals minus 0.7 means theta must be either in this or this. Okay? So we are now going to find an angle that is between 180 and 270, and the other solution would be between 270 and 360. There will be two answers. But if you press your calculator, you might get minus something again. But there's a way we can convert it. I need to give you something that looks like a butterfly shape. That's what my Indian master dad told me. He said, Daniel, watch out for a butterfly shape. And it makes it so easy. I call him my old man because he's like a father figure to me. I'm still praying that he lives longer so I can go visit him in India. He's retired now, Mr. Brown. I think I told you about him once. I really, really miss him. Anyways, so I'll tell you about the butterfly shape that I inherited from Mr. Embrandre on Monday. Bye, guys. Embrandre.
Wow.
Smith.
Wow.
My lovely, adorable,
Where
special.
is he from?
Some K something.
Oh, okay. So,
What's that called?
yeah, Kerala. My sister
What?
was Kerala.
Exactly. Is that where you come from? See? Maybe you guys are neighbors.
No! That's why I wanted to know his last name, because we can tell where people are from. Like north, southwest, or east.
Oh, I see.
By their last name.
Just like the Nigerian name. When somebody say, oh, my name is Chuku something, I know, oh, that must be the eastern part of Nigeria.
Yeah, something like that.
I see. Okay, see you guys on Monday. We are in trouble because Jenny, don't get into trouble, okay? Have a great weekend.
We have a test on Monday.
Oh, good luck with your test on Monday. Wait, what?
I don't know. That's on Monday.
Wait, Jimmy, we have a test on Monday. I wonder what invention needs. Oh, okay, good. Look at this. Terrible calculator. That's a dumb calculator.
And it's few days without the troublemaker. Yeah. That's so cool. I think I'm going to re-roll this and write it.
No, we're wrong.
Wait. Oh, wait. No. Don't turn it off. Don't turn it off.
Yeah, okay.
This looks like this looks like the beginning to any like really TV show. Too much. That's too much. Wait, how much zoom? How much zoom does it have? Like just 3,000%. This. What? No, it's just pretty much it. You can't study.
I don't want to study.
If we are only studying,
I don't want to study.
if we are only studying
English.
That's good. What are you
Please.
Mr. Daniel and his natural habitat.
I had my name. What? You're still recording?
Recording you.
I'm just writing that so it's small, you know.
A wild Mr. Daniel and his natural habitat.
Near the whiteboard.
Or maybe I'm just trying to be OCD, okay?
He stays by the whiteboard, writing math equations.
Yeah.
Waiting for
And
the
you are the
prey.
commentator telling the whole world what I'm doing.
Waiting for
Good
the
job, commentator.
waiting for the prey to
Good
come
job,
out.
commentator. Happy now?
Waiting for the wrong equation. He then springs out. It's the
Isn't
same
that
for
cool?
tonight.
Mr. Thomas? Isn't that cool?
What? That's really, really cool.
That's really, really cool.
Really, really
So see you tonight?
I like coffee better, but
Well, yeah, I'm eating. You see, I asked his mom, why is it growing so tall? So the mom is going to give me the special food so that I can be taller than him. So that's the idea. We're having dinner with them tonight.
Hey, what's up? I can
You
see
want
you.
food too? Wait, guys, did I tell you
I'm
about
just
one of the BBQ area?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just gonna watch you like
I think that's where we should be. We need to eat food.
Yes.
All right, see you there.
Bye, see you.
Okay, bye. Can you stop that now?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay.
How do you
Thank
stop?
you.
How do you stop?
We can stop recording now, yeah.